They fear you, I mean they fear you. But this one now in our state, not just here, it's happening in Kogi State. Almost every day, Kogi people they die. And as you speak now, Dangote don't import 4,000 vehicles, 4,000 trucks. Guess what? People go drive and still no get license. Once you can move the car, you can go. So we don't want all of that. So now, speed breakers first limits while we continue. Thank you very much. And don't play. You don't learn and you learn the hard way. Hey, Baba, one on license go 2024 ya expire. Kuma yanzu kai baka tuki ba. Ka je ka ba wannan ya tuki ba haka. Wannan trailer ka je ka ba wannan amma kai ne mai license. Kuma license din bai valid ba. Ya expire.
Barin ba ga
Baba ya expire.
Barin ba ga
Ya expire.
Wannan temporary ne.
Baba ya expire. Ya wuce duniya baba. Ya wuce duniya wallahi.
Me kyau din ne bai fito ba shine wannan din ya expire.
I mean, that makes sense. As much as you would want the, you would want the real agency started with such responsibility to have done their own job, and there would be no need at all for any of this. But this one too is also fire brigade approach. But I quite appreciate the gesture of building the speed breaker on the road. But from what I kind of gathered, that in itself is illegal. So it's a common sense where you have that kind of traffic, right, to control the speed. You can put speed breaker on the road. May not be this massive one, but speed breaker. Everybody knows that once you get to that stage, you have to slow down. So your speed can pass maybe between 20 and 30. Do you get that? So by that, you stand a chance of reducing casualties in overpopulated areas. So the speed breaker they constructed could be cleaned out in another few hours, But good for the effort, though, as well as the awareness. And I really hope that most of the victims will at this time get the proper attention that they deserve, and the issue itself gets the proper attention too. And don't always think most of this stuff that gets onto the social media, they just happen and pass, and nothing ever happens. A lot does happen though. I've had this, I've seen this social media where the illegality, atrocities of some of those who are like policemen or uniformed guys and others, right? Even some politicians too, have had their entire career ruined. Some even ended up in jail. Do you get what I mean now? So don't always write it off. So this is one of them. And hopefully, it will become something else, because it can happen to anybody, man. You may travel to Nigeria, and that's just you. Lagos Ibadan Expressway. You're driving, and most of the time when you see how Nigerians drive on their roads, you will think they actually have another life waiting for them somewhere. Like they have like 2-3 extra lives. That if they lose this one, all it's going to take is just for somebody that knows them very well to bring the extra life and give it to them, and they're back. So people drive so crazily and all that. So now imagine these untrained truck drivers ram into your car. Accident happens, don't get me wrong, but man, or ram into you where you are just buying something on the roadside, which should in itself be so discouraged. So it can happen to anybody, anyone, rich, poor, powerful, powerless, doesn't matter. But for the safety of everyone, that is why you have these road safety rules. It is just for the safety of the road users. If these ones are driving thousands of trucks, unregulated, untrained, they are just like terrorists who are driving, like they are like suicide bombers who are going on. They are like, driving an explosive. That's what it's going to be like. Or that is what it is like. All it's going to take is just one bam, life lost. And like Very Dark Man said, they seem to have a policy that once an accident happens like that, or a crash like that, they should evacuate the area and leave the truck and whatever is inside. Because they know people will be there. So yeah, he just took a delivery of a 4,000 CNG trucks, they say. And 1,000 of them, like I heard, have been coupled together. I think they went on a parade in Lagos today. And yeah, someone was just so happy. See money. So you need properly trained people to be handling such heavy duty trucks. Nigerian roads are very, very bad. And a lot of people believe that these trucks contributes to the dilapidation of these roads, But yeah, I was telling you something about using the social media to keep speaking up. As much as they dread it, they hate it. But guess what? It is your own secret too. That somehow they do know that one day this social media is also going to be their doom, their end. Because the revolution that is going to consume them is not going to be televised. It is going to be streamed live on your phones. Everybody is going to be the broadcasters for it. Every part of it, every bit of it. So they dread it. And sometimes, they respond to make it look like they are responsive. What happened in Oba, in the Demili local government area of Anambra State? Some overzealous vigilantes working for Solo Dump in Anambra decided to arrest a youth corper serving in that same community. They wanted to arrest her on the suspicion that she's a Yahoo girl and they wanted to search her or something. I don't know, like, it wasn't really clear. So she resisted. Vigilante. So they went into full rage, stripped her naked. And then they took her. But fair enough, someone made an amateur video that made it to the internet. And since, like I said, tempers are like this now. Majority of people are just looking for something to get mad at. And in Nigeria, every day, you see a lot of what will get you mad. And this to just get mad for a few hours. What kind of, like that. And while you are still very mad, another crazy thing is going to happen again. Then you get madder. Then another thing happened again. And then your madness just gets confused. Like, I've run out of steam of my madness. So are you still angry? Say, yes, I am. What kind of a country is this? Then you just stop talking like. At that point, your madness has become more tired. And that's the point where you get to say your tired is now tired. Nigeria can actually stress you that much. Get mad, everybody's mad, and all of that for no reason. Oh, sorry, for many reasons rather. But it just ended up like faces, like his face, it gives, just comes and goes. So yeah, they assaulted this lady and people got mad, really mad. And I think that was what got the police in Anambra State very, very much responsive this time around, very active. So I'll show you the video first, all right? It's a bit blurred, okay? Let's hope it works. She was begging them, please, please. And I was like, they want to kill her. Waiting. But it's just taking their own anger out on any weak person, any weakling, any vulnerable person. That's the way I see it. Yeah. And it is not today. I remember one time, right? This was like, maybe about 17 years ago or 16 years ago, sort of. Let's say 16 years ago. So one of my uncles, my brother, then was living in he was living in America, right? And he's an American, so to say. Then he's got a friend in Germany. Okay. So I was to send a parcel to him. Just let me get so and so from so place and post it to this address in Germany. And I got the address on my phone, the text message. So I went on to go and get the parcel. And I went straight to Oshodi, right? FedEx office. There's this FedEx office in Oshodi. So I went there to post this parcel, got my tracking, got everything. And I was on my way back. I was inside the Danfo. No, hang on. Yeah, I was inside Danfo. Then we're going back to Ilupeju. The moment we got to Coca, and all it's going to take was just from Coca, right? The bus is going to turn straight to Angon. Yeah, it's going to turn straight to Onipan, like Pangrove, Onipan, just Olateju and all those areas, Shillong and others, right? So then these police officers, right? Okay, I think I came down, I alighted. So then they just stopped me with their own bus. And I was like, okay. And back then, I was younger, and yeah, it's kind of like like a cleaner and all that sort of. So they stopped me, and the next thing was like, get inside the car, like, yeah, enter. I was like, enter, why, and all that. So they got my phone, my small touchlight phone also, like small phone. So, and they started checking my messages. So immediately they saw the address of this, my uncle's friend in Germany. They pushed me straight in the car. Now, Ilupeju at the time was like just coming up with, the Yahoo and all that stuff then. So almost everyone was a suspect. Now, that was me trying to explain myself. In the downfall, they are dead, they're now picking people from the bus stops. Around the bus stops. So I sat there, they got another guy in, and one of the officers or one of these criminals was like, let's go to Obanikoro. So which means they actually drove me past the front of our house along Fumi Street back to Association Avenue and face Obanikoro. They were going to Obanikoro to start picking people from the bus stop. Now, on our way, the guy was now talking to me and said, you are a Yahoo boy. I was like, no, I am not. I was like, the address you found there, check all the text messages. The woman that I was told to go and get this particular parcel from and all that, and this is my FedEx. No, they won't listen. So then I was explaining and before you know it, the guy just, was talking to me. He was back. I was at the back. He sat in the middle bench, right? And he was talking to me like this. So I was there answering. Then next he just turned with left hand. I was very young, Baba. I think I was probably 17 or something, or 18. About shock cash meal. I didn't understand. Then he said, okay, I'm hearing you. Continue. He said it. Let me say, my stubbornness go kill me for my house. People, they say, my stubbornness, your stubbornness will kill you. That moment, like, my head was just like, are you actually mad? That was not necessary. There was no reason for it at all. I didn't resist. I was already sitting. I didn't even resist when you said, enter the car. I entered enter the bus. I entered. Like, that was not necessary. Why did you have to slap me? So I'm hearing you. I didn't say anything anymore. I was just looking at him like. And I think he sensed that. Probably was laughing in his head like, look at this one. What's he going to do? So they got me to Ilupeju police station. So my granny came. And they said, Baba, we are going to collect 100,000 back then. Oh. And my old man was like, no, lazy. Only the Paris secondary school rẹ̀ níjẹ̀bú. Ni mo ṣe mú wàrí kò. Ro fẹ́ gba 100 kini. So it was Babasha. God rest his soul. It was him. It was like, no, are you mad? Kind of. I won't forget that experience. And most of the time when you look at the aggressive officers in Nigeria, police officers in Nigeria, there is always no reason for them to brutalize you, but they do that on purpose because their main intention is to actually put you in such a very scared place that you begin to be afraid of your life, that you end up you have to cough out money. This was like 15, 16 years ago. Yeah? They're still using it today. That's what they are doing to that lady. But yeah, they made it to the internet. So what happened? Anambra Police Command, they swung into action. And they made a video to tell us that they've arrested all of them. Plus other extra video to say, no, we are not like that. We are always like, Nigeria.
Of where a core member was assaulted in Oba community of Idemili South local government. We wish to condemn this act and say it's totally unacceptable and very, very unprofessional of the vigilante operatives. However, the command wants to state some facts clear that this video is not a recent development of the command. It happened sometime last month, and I am aware that there has been investigative proceedings that have been going on in that regard. The command also wished to state that the unavailability of the victim have further stalled the investigative proceedings, because I personally have contact with her, but she said that as soon as she comes into the state, that she will come to the command. While we are waiting for her to come forward to assist us in some of the facts that are clear, I wish to also let the members of the public know that the suspects involved in this particular unprofessional and condemnable acts has been identified. And we are also working with the leadership of the vigilante group to make sure that we get justice for this victim. Having said that, I wish to also acknowledge the fact that these vigilante operatives have assisted us in making sure that the stability of the security in the state has been very, very formidable. Let me state another fundamental fact that is very key to this. The Commissioner of Police in the person of CP Ikoyi Orutugu when he took over as the Commissioner of Police, noted the fact that these vigilante members needed to be trained, and he wrote to the Inspector General of Police, and the Inspector General of Police graciously approved this training and reorientation for these vigilante members, and they were trained. And we are also working with the stakeholders, the leadership of these vigilante members, to make sure that we get justice for this core member. And we wish to also state that assault of any kind is a criminal offense, and the command will not condone it, and we condemn it.